Good Saturday morning, everybody. Today is May 8th, 2021. This is episode 46 of 413 Sports Talk. Good morning. How you doing? I'm all right. Didn't really slept that good last night, but feeling good anyway. As I said, today is Saturday, so I have some scores from the MLB, crazy night in the NBA, and a couple games that happened in the NHL as well. Today, as far as grading the draft is concerned, I am going to hit you with the entire division coverage of the AFC West. Yeah, we're doing the AFC West today, and I have scores from a lot of those baseball games yesterday in regards to Western Mass sports. Central Golden Eagles honestly scored about 22-10. And honestly, that's probably going to be the highest scoring baseball game I've ever seen in my life. I'm 32 years old. I've never seen bats go to work like that during a game. Occasionally you'll catch some MLB games with like 14-7. The Sox yesterday barely playing any defense. I'm sorry, or the night before. When they beat the Detroit Tigers, it was like 12-9, something like that. So it's just I'm still in shock. As far as that many runs being scored in the game, is there any how would I say it? Is there a mercy rule or something like that? Like a seven run rule, something like that. I don't know. I like the fact that they were able to play the full game, and nobody gets slighted, because regardless if you're getting beat that bad, I don't care. I personally think it should be just like the pros. You can score 70. You remember the Colts back in the day scoring 70 points. Our refs didn't call that game early. That is one aspect of high school sports that I don't agree with. Sometimes they call games. I'm sure Central Golden Eagles and the football team could have won every game like 70-0. But yeah. Anyway, it's just my opinion. So without further ado, let's get into the meat of the episode. We're going to start with grading the draft. The Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers are the two teams I'm going to start with. Funny thing is about this NFC West. I was thinking old school Cardinals. I don't know why I said AFC West at the beginning. Please forgive me. The Arizona Cardinals were 8-8 last season. That was good enough for a third in the NFC West. And we had another segment of the show, and which I was talking about the Cardinals, and my opinion is still the same. They were third in the AFC West last year, but I think that this year they get over that hump. I think the Cardinals are going to be a team with much consistency, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Not to mention who they got in the free agency, AJ Green, and the picks that they made in the drafts. Like, on paper, Arizona looks like the team that could definitely contend for a title. I said contend, not pretend. This specific Arizona Cardinals squad looks better than that Cardinals squad. The Cardinals team with what's his name? Jake Plummer. They had Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden when they were in their prime, when they were younger. Not to mention David Boston. A lot of people forget about him. He was before Larry Fitzgerald. He was a longtime Arizona Cardinals leader in receptions, yards, touchdowns, stuff like that. So, what I liked the Arizona Cardinals did this year in the draft is moving up to draft Zaven Collins. Zaven Collins is it's just this crazy mix of incredible size, speed, off-ball quickness. No matter where he lines up, linebacker, He's in the end, and even I've seen him in Tulsa play the two technique to perfection. So I think the Arizona Cardinals added a piece to this defense. Last year I wasn't too high on the Isaiah Simmons pick. I really think I think he underwhelmed in his rookie year, but Zaven Collins is different. I think you plug him in, and he should be starting around like week 4, week 5. Like I said, the size, the speed, the moves. You're out there on the offensive side of the ball, and you're lining up, and you're looking at this guy, and it's like, say if you're getting ready to call the mic, and you're not really wary of what's going on, and you see this Zaven Collins sitting over there on your strong side. You're like, darn, what is this? Is he an end? Is he a tackle? Lining up off the ball? And I think with that hybrid style of defense that they run in Arizona, I think Zaven Collins was the perfect fit. Another pick I like was Rondale Moore, the wideout from Purdue. You keep adding toys for Kyler Murray to throw to. Rondale Moore is great. He's a physical wideout, contested catches, especially on those slants. You usually see him running across. He's not like a 4.3, 4.35 guy, 4.37. It's a solid 4.46, 40-yard. So he's draped by a corner off the line when he goes for that slant. But Rondale Moore loves the contested catch, and he will make a lot of those. Not saying he's Randy Moss and he's going to go get a bunch of jump balls or whatever, but I really like Rondale Moore to the Arizona Cardinals. And honestly, I like any wide receiver to the Arizona Cardinals right now because that pass-happy offense, the air raid, run to perfection by Cliff Kingsbury. The air raid offense started in 1993 at the University of Kentucky with, I can't forget the other guy's name, but the co-founder of the air raid offense, Mike Leach. He went on to programs like Texas Tech, the Washington Huskies, and brought his system there. And I love it, man. It's the bisets of wideouts. 2-2, 3-1, 4, or excuse me, 2-2, 3-2, 2-2-1. You gotta love those sets. The pass concepts that come out of the air raid. It's a quarterback's dream. I don't understand why any quarterback hasn't had over 6,000 yards passing in this system. There was a guy back in my teenage years who came close to that. He was a quarterback for Hawaii. I can't think of his name right now. Number 10. I don't know, but freak, man. He really was one of the first collegiate quarterbacks to me that was one of the first examples I saw of the collegiate level of football getting ready to be pass happy. Hawaii, man. Wow. Tommy something. I want to say it's Tommy something. If you can get this fact for me, I'll cash app you something. Quarterback for the University of Hawaii in the early 2000s. 2002, 2003, maybe 2004. He obviously wasn't anybody big because he didn't go to the NFL. But please, I need that fact. So to wrap up what the Cardinals are doing, I like it. Like I said, they grabbed the Rondale Moore. I like the Zaven Collins pick. I even saw that they got Marco Wilson, the corner from Florida, which was a steal in my opinion. With him still sitting around the fourth, I had him mocked to go to the Packers at the end of the first round. So they got him there at the fourth. They got him there in the fourth round, and The Arizona Cardinals are doing it right, man. Just keep adding pieces. And these aren't guys that are just going to line up on the practice squad every week. They're guys that are contributors that are going to make a difference. And I think the Arizona Cardinals did great this year. There are a couple other guys on this list too. Not many names that might be familiar to most, but it was a very solid draft. Very solid draft. Probably second or third to the Dolphins. As you know, yesterday when I graded them, I fell in love with their style. I like what the GM's doing in Miami. What he's been doing for pretty much a decade, moving picks around, trades, making stuff happen. I really think they got something going on in Miami. Not sure what they're going to do with their left-handed quarterback, but they could probably do some trading next year. Detroit's poised to be picking at the beginning of the draft. The normal teams probably. So when I do a way too early mock, probably going to have one of those teams going after one of those quarterbacks coming up in this next class. I'll drop a hint though. You can't wait till you see the quarterback class next year. Just wait on it. We will. We'll bring it to you as soon as I can. Anyway, let me keep it rolling because we're covering the whole division today, right? San Francisco 49ers. We're 6-10. That was good enough for last place in the NFC West. The San Francisco 49ers danced around all week. Pick here, pick there, trading this, trading that. Until about 10 days before the draft. They started to make it evident that a quarterback was going to be selected. I honestly saw through the Mac Jones smokescreen. I don't think it's too early to say with Mac Jones, but if we're going by style of play and what this league's turning into and what we see, I just don't think you move up. You trade a pick, you move up to take a player like Mac Jones. I think in that position, it was one of the top three passers. Make no mistake, it had to be. Trey Lance. The only thing with me is that I question some of the ability because of competition. He went to school at NDSU, so they didn't play a lot of good competition. The SEC teams, and at that he had 1 year. He had one solid year of playing time. And granted, it was probably some of the best football that you would have ever seen. Especially when Trey Lance took off and ran. When he runs at the quarterback position, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. You see guys running, trying to get yards, run out of bounds, not really get hit. This dude is taking hits, shrugging dudes off. The little stiff arm right there and all that. He's looking for contact at the quarterback position. I think that's awesome. Don't know how long that style of play is going to last you in the NFL, but I love it, man. And if Trey Lance can stay healthy, be consistent, and actually read defenses at an NFL level, I think he's going to be dangerous. So Trey Lance was awesome. The Andrew Banks pick from Notre Dame was good. And I'll say it now, that entire offensive line for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish this year, four starters in this year's draft. All of them are first round caliber talents. Especially Liam Eichenberg, Tennessee, I believe, took him. Liam Eichenberg was one of my favorite linemen in all of collegiate football last year. My brother thinks he's even better than Penei Sewell. So that'll remain to be seen. Penei's in Detroit. Wonder how long that's gonna last. He'll retire before my daughter graduates high school. Trey Sermon is a dark horse to me. Ohio State running back. A lot of people get this idea that just because these kids come from these powerhouse schools that they're going to be stars at the next level. Um, Trey Sermon's good, but he's not great. He's no Carlos Hyde, but he's no Carlos Hyde, but he's not a Sam Gatto either. Um, so I think that was a great pick as well. Trey Sermon's definitely gonna upgrade the run game. Spell out Raheem Mostert and whoever the San Francisco 49ers have fall into that second slot at halfback. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. 6-10 49ers record last year. It's hard to tell what they're going to be. To me, it all depends on how early they throw Trey Lance out there. If they're going to throw him to the Wolves week 1, they're going to wait till like week 4 or week 5, see what happens. You got Jimmy G, and I believe they re-signed Nick Mullins for another year or so. You've got that in front of Trey, so I honestly it would be nice to see Trey sit for a while, learn that offense, and get comfortable with it, and then just come out to the league and just slaughter everybody. Because if we're going by his game tape, that's exactly what it looks like is going to happen. So 49ers just might creep back into the win column for me this year. But keeping Trey Lance safe, we want to go with the Niners at 8-9. This is going to be tricky. It's a 17-game season. It's just one extra game, I know, but I don't know if they made enough improvement to jump from basement dweller to playoff caliber Super Bowl contending team. That remains to be seen. Moving on, we have the Seahawks in this part of our segment. They got Dwayne Eskridge from Western Michigan. He's an all right receiver. Other than that, because of trades and it's just because of trades. Seahawks had 3 picks in this year's draft. As you know, the Seahawks haven't had a first-round pick for a couple years. And they, frankly, to me, didn't address any issues that they had. You protect Russell Wilson, at all costs. You go out and grab one of those linemen from Notre Dame. They could have grabbed Dylan Radoon. They could have made some type of way, but they didn't protect Russell. I don't know what they're going to do next year when it's the same. It's going to be the same result for the Seattle Seahawks. A playoff win, and then they're sent home packing. You would hope they get it together, but not too sure. Seattle's decent. Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett. The defense is okay too. I think they'll still make the playoffs. Maybe 10 at a 10-6 or 10-7 clip. Yeah, man, just protect Russ. I think that's what you have to do. They already got 2 great wideouts. They got Metcalf. They got Lockett. Protect Russ so we can complete some passes to those guys. And I think you're golden. Last team to break down in the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams. As you see early, since I've started this podcast, I've had fun. I've had fun with the Rams. I love the fact that a team whom could potentially be within direct Super Bowl contention goes and gets a quarterback like Matthew Stafford. It's been a while, dude. I've wanted to see Matty Stafford on any other team but Detroit. This dude is a cannon. Still has a cannon in his upper 30s. And though he's oft injured and he's off injured. We won't call him a complainer. With a little bit of bias because I'm a Packers fan. But I think that Matty Stafford is going to show it this year. If not this year, next year. The Rams have a top 3 defense, maybe top 5. We'll be honest and say top 5. Rams have a top 5 defense, and offensively, I think the Rams just needed to get a running back. You know what I mean? Got all these nice guys to throw to. Robert Woods, Gerald Everett, and he's a tight end on the rise in this league. But so the Rams grabbed Tutu Atwell. He's a receiver for Louisville. Came in when Lamar Jackson was a rookie. I think Lamar Jackson actually had a year to throw to him. So I don't really know too much about him. I know the Rams had a lot of picks because of trades. There's not really anybody, like I said, to really write home about them getting, other than Bobby Brown, the defensive tackle from Texas A&M, who had a great senior year and shined in the Senior Bowl. Other than that, the Rams they reloaded their bench this time around. I really think they have potential to do big things. I just also think the same thing about the Cardinals too. It's hard for me to sit there and call it as far as who's going to win this division. But since I don't want to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, we'll say that the Cardinals win the NFC West with a record of 12-5. I think Seattle might squeak in or not, depending on how the Rams play this season. Rams got a top 5 defense, so I expect the Rams to be right up there. NFC's competitive, so I'm not sure what divisions are going to be able to produce 3 playoff teams this year. So that remains to be seen. We'll know what's going on in a couple months as far as that's concerned. I'll have you guys caught up with everything, and hopefully there'll be some more comfortability with the 17-game season. So the Rams draft was all right. Whatever. I also have some scores for you. First, we're going to go with the Western Mass Sports. You know we love those. Pittsfield in baseball. We'll start with baseball. It was a lot of games yesterday. A lot of different high schools got a chance to start their seasons. Shout out to every single student athlete in Western Mass who got a chance to suit up yesterday and play. Hope you had fun. Hope you won. Even if you didn't, it's okay. Today's a new day. Shrug it off. Get back to the practice field and make it happen next week. It's all you can do. Pittsfield beats Seconic 6-2. Greenfield beats Athol 7-zip. Agawam over Minichog 12-0. It's not a video game score. That really happened. Those bats were alive. Tell those Agawam boys really wanted to play baseball, huh? Come out on the first game of the season, and she's belt 12 runs. Boom, boom, boom. That's awesome. Chicopee beats Northampton by a score of 11-3. Central beats Palmer, as I talked about at the beginning of the show, 22-10. I've never seen anything like this. This is it's like playing MLB The Show on Rookie or something like that. Granted, Palmer scored 10 runs, which is nothing to be minimized, but 22 runs, crazy. Southwick over Munson 13-zip. I didn't believe the score, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. St. Mary's beat Duggan 39-2. There probably should have been a mercy rule in that game, and that's I double and triple check that score. That really happened. Shame on you refs for not throwing that flag out or something, or ending it. Hopkins beat McCann Tech 18-0. These kids can hit. Jeez. Ware beats Hampshire 2-1. In boys volleyball, Agawam over Central 3-0. Putnam over Duggan with that same score 3-zip. Ludlow beats Minichog 3-1. Ware over Athol 3-2. And in boys tennis, we have East Longmeadow beating Minichog by a score of 5-0. Gotta get one of those tennis players on the show. I like tennis. I like tennis from afar. I don't know the rules exactly per se. I'm not going to be shallow here and say that it's comparable to ping pong. It looks like ping pong, but I assume the rules aren't the same. So we're moving on to boys outdoor track. Mohawk Trail over Mayhaw, 104-32. Franklin Tech over Athol, 91-27. Got to talk to one of those guys again. I don't know how that sport is scored, but I would definitely be interested to find out. Girls lacrosse, Granby over Munson, 18-zip. Long Meadow over Northampton, 21-1. South Hadley beats Amherst by a score of 16-15. And finally, in boys lacrosse, West Springfield over East Longmeadow, 8-7. Chicopee beats Granby by a score of 22-10. Those are your scores for Western Mass Sports. Again, as I just alluded to, shout out to all student athletes in Western Mass who are suiting up and getting ready to play today, played yesterday. I love it. You guys are doing what you got to do. Playing sports, having fun. Isn't it beautiful? All right, moving on to the national sports. In the NBA, the Portland Trailblazers beat my Lakers 106-101. And even though Anthony Davis came back from hurting his back the other day, and he balled out, it gives me a little bit of hope going forward. We're down to 7th place. We need to get it together if we are going to be a playoff team this year. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you where our problems stem from as a franchise. Could be Tyronn Lue. LeBron could be getting old. Who knows? Anyway, Philly beats New Orleans 109-107. Chicago Bulls spank the Celtics 121-99. Yes. Celtics fans, that East is tough. I know. Don't worry. We have Charlotte over Orlando 132-112. Miami Heat beat the Timberwolves 121-112. Milwaukee beats Houston 141-133. Wow, what a game. Dallas over Cleveland 110-90. Utah beats Denver 127-120. Shame on you, Nuggets. You guys were up for most of this game. But Utah won, and that helped me out a little bit too. Phoenix over the Knicks 128-105. I don't know what's wrong with those Knicks. Come on, coach. Portland over the Lakers. Oh, my Lord. I don't know why I'm saying the score again, but we'll skip it. And finally, for the nightcap, San Antonio Spurs over the Sacramento Kings. 113-104. In baseball, we have the Red Sox over the Orioles 6-2. I like the fact that Bobby Dalbeck's waking up. And I think, as I had mentioned to somebody else on the podcast page before, he just needs to get on a streak, and once he gets on it, Bobby's not getting off. So Washington beats the Yankees 11-4. Mets over the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-4. Cincy beats Cleveland 3-zip. Miami Marlins over the Milwaukee Brewers 6-1. Minnesota beats Detroit 7-3. Houston Astros beat the Toronto Jays 10-4. Houston's cooking up. Angels over the Dodgers 9-2. Don't know what's going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kind of throws my prediction of them winning the World Series like right in that trash can. Wow. And for the nightcap, we have the Giants over the Padres. Just San Francisco Giants have been winning a lot lately, and I love it. I really haven't, and before this year, I didn't really pay much attention since Barry Bonds retired and kind of left a stain on that franchise. I don't know, man. If he didn't have any urine samples that tested positive, why even continue to do that? Well, yeah, I like the way that they're playing of late, especially these last 2 weeks. All right, let's end this. National Hockey League, Philly over Washington 4-2. Detroit 5, Columbus Jets 2. Dallas over Tampa Bay 5-2. That's the second time in as many days. Congratulations, Dallas Stars. In overtime, Minnesota beats Anaheim 4-3. Vegas over St. Louis 4-3 as well. Colorado Avalanche beat the LA Kings 3-2. Right at the end, that was one of the greatest hockey games I've watched all year. And for the nightcap, the Arizona Coyotes over the San Jose Sharks. Wow, seems like I've been talking to you guys forever. This concludes episode 46 of 413 Sports Talk. Have a great Saturday. You hear the motorcycles, you hear everybody's getting out. It's looking like the sun's coming out, so hopefully this day is going to be sunny. Everybody's going to get out, enjoy the weather, have some fun. Go watch some more of those high school baseball games, which get ready to kick off this afternoon. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If I got something wrong, leave it in the comment section or inbox me, and we will adjust it if it is correct, and we will put it back out there so that everybody can see. My name is Raheem Escalay, episode 46. Also, we are on YouTube. Please do not forget to subscribe. I love you all. God bless you. You're gonna achieve anything you set out to do today. Trust me. Have a great day.